Your eyes are correct.
Bro, is this real? This is Casual Geographic, pretty much the greatest channel on YouTube. When animals lose their biggest fear, what is their biggest fear? Humans? All right, quick, before I hit play, those of you who haven't seen it, what do you think an animal's biggest fear is? I'm gonna say it is humans. It's also because I got a human, like, you know, in here. It's gotta be though, right? Predators? Yeah, I suppose that would make more sense. Though, hear me out, bro. Humans are the apex predator. Starving? Okay. That's actually animal's biggest fear. All right, Tux win, shut it down. Starving is an animal's biggest fear. However, humans are the biggest predator. And I feel like that's what it's alluding to. I don't know. We shall see. Unless, hold on. Let's get super meta. Animals lose their biggest fear, which is starving, because the humans feed them, which makes them not scared, which is very dangerous for them. Book it. Brother, dude, that's violent AF. There's like also an upskirt there.
Otters. To be fair, they tried it with a lot of animals, and when Central
Hear me out. I like to be on the right side.
Intelligence initiated a program to basically turn animals into spies, otters were seen as the most qualified. And they're not wrong.
Really?
Aside, it's a highly intelligent, tube-shaped, tool-using, brush-stroking honey badger that is every bit the predator. Someone said, give him a fedora, he could do a lot for you. Let's make otter agents, which led to the creation of the Otter Dossier. Side note, whatever they were planning apparently has something to do with MK Ultra. If you think they want, the dossier highlights some otter flexes like being able to dive 60 feet and stay under more than 5 minutes, carry objects while swimming, and climb ladders. They also found that the aggressive slinky can open zippers, turn on water taps, discreetly enter and exit boats.
Damn, these dudes are kind of cracked. I just know them as like little cute dudes.
Through a zinc sheet. I don't know how they found that. At one point they say never take food from an otter or suffer severe mauling.
I've never even seen a zinc sheet.
The cost of that knowledge was some poor intern's fingers. There's some cool stuff too, like otters being ticklish at the ribs or babies having to be taught not to be afraid of water. You should definitely check it out for yourself. But there was one line that stood out, and it read like a prophecy. Capable of being trained and becomes devoted to humans, which can lead to their destruction.
Oh no.
Whose destruction, you ask? Yes. This is the face of a threat to national security and a fugitive of the justice system. I'm not even kidding, but to get why this is an otter menace, we gotta go back to 2016. It's always 2016.
Otters are evil like dolphins? Say it ain't so, dude. I hate dolphins. I got beef with dolphins. We're putting otters on the list?
A young female otter was found abandoned and orphaned and was rescued and rehabilitated by Monterey Bay Aquarium. And in 2017, Otter 723 was released back into the wilds of Santa Cruz.
He has a secret agent name.
Reports of a rogue otter swimming up to boats and kayaks, and sure enough, yeah, it was Lady
Dude.
723. Apparently, she'd been getting fish and squid handouts from local animal lovers, not realizing that being friendly with humans now meant the freeloading seafarer would never be fit for the wild, and she was captured and deemed unreleasable. But not before they realized 723 was getting attention from more than just people, cuz she was pregnant, and they weren't about to make the same mistake with her daughter, and would often wear masks and ponchos, you know, looking like they just raided Darth Vader's closet, all to make certain that she wouldn't get attached to humans. She got attached to humans. And a year after Daughter 841 was released, Monterey Bay started getting calls of a surfboard jacking otter.
No shot.
Right, the same otter they tried so hard to keep away from humans was now going up to humans, and when I say
what do you think this guy's thinking? Like, what's going through his head? He's like, this is a once in a lifetime occurrence. Like, this is awesome, but also I need my surfboard back.
Or jacking, it's exactly what it sounds like, and before you think she's playing, that's not a bite of play, that's a bite of purpose.
Oh, okay, I would have got pissed real quick. I'm pretty sure these are mad expensive, I don't know.
Remember the zinc sheet. So after multiple calls of people sacrificing...
Would you guys deck an otter in the face? Damn, I feel like I would. I don't want to, but brother, if he's out here chewing on the surfboard, we gotta throw hands.
Their boards to this water weasel, officials decided to capture her, but fun fact, an animal recruiter for the CIA is harder to catch than a cold in the Kalahari. They tried to relocate her for months, but every time outlaw Otter slipped away. She was on the run and swim, but she would have one more plot twist for everyone. Because after being MIA for a minute, 841 was spotted again, but this time with a pup, and because of that, officials gave up on trying to catch her and instead just try to monitor the mother. Meaning, the board beef has been renewed for at least another generation. Jokes aside, this is a problem, because you know the second she bites someone, 841's becoming a forever 404. And otter jaws are built to humble clams and sea urchins, so it probably wouldn't feel good to get clamped by one. Or 8.
That's a shark? Dude. Alright, listen, I don't know if otters are actually evil, but they are way more jacked than I thought they were.
Or 8. Last September, a woman was jogging through Tanjung Aru Park in Sabah, Malaysia, when she was jumped by a pack of river otters.
Dude.
Keep in mind, these are the same assault sausages that can game over a gator. Maria Sela Harun was mauled for
Dude,
10 minutes straight. And what was
so bad they had to blur her. Listen, like in Jersey and whatnot, you get jumped by a bunch of geese. It's fine. You'll be okay. But like a pack of geese running at you is scary AF. A pack of otters, dude. That's insane. Otters are pretty high on the chain. No one told me.
Park's first known otter attack, and she was taken to the hospital with wounds, cuts, and like a certain...
This is legit crazy to me. Like, I always knew dolphins were on demon time, but otters, bro, just running the streets of Malaysia?
CIA agent, a lifelong distrust of otters.
A seal would never.
Wildlife said that the otters had always been around and were never known to be aggressive, but he also
That's
said
what I'm
something
saying.
interesting that I almost missed, that this sudden switch up could be caused by the ill-intentioned goodwill of people. But that was all the way in Malaysia. You don't really have to worry about that over here. The same month, a river otter mauled a child and even...
Damn, is this really all because of our schizo rant in the beginning? Is this a PSA to not feed animals?
dragged him underwater, except this time it was in Seattle. Now, not to victim blame, but if there's infinite
Look at how
realities,
cute
then
they are,
there's at least
though.
one little Timmy had it coming.
Listen, how many of you guys went down into the water when you were little and just started like backflipping as many times as you could? All of us, right? We're just like otters, man. They're just like us.
These stories aren't just media plans from anti-otter propaganda. Maybe the otter's not being fairly represented. I'm not trying to spread misinformation. That'd be an otter travesty, which is why...
Don't feed an animal, especially a predator. Rinsler, we didn't know they were predators. They just look like furry little guys.
I'm working with Ground News. Ground News is an app and website created by a former NASA engineer who saw a very real problem with the way we consume information and how heavily it shapes our worldviews. She said, "I'll do it myself," and created a simple way to compare different perspectives and come to your own conclusion. Every day, Ground News collects thousands of articles
They're
from around
cute,
the world
though,
and organizes
Rinsler.
them by
You
story,
see 'em.
so you can see how many outlets have covered a story.
Listen, I usually think like random ads on YouTube videos, or usually for some garbage like BetterHelp. I don't have this app, but I feel like it's probably pretty cool. If you're one who reads the news.
Wolves are highly political animals and not just blitzers.
I try to
Obviously,
ignore
there's no
everything
wolf
and
range.
just
Well,
watch
here you can see that
animal
Colorado's looking
videos.
to relocate a wolf pack
Occasionally
left
anime
from
women.
attacks was reported
You
by
know the
22
vibes.
news outlets, with most of the reporting coming from the left.
Capybaras
Left
are pretty
headlines seem to
cool
focus
with the
on
little
the
like
efforts to
orange
capture the
chilling on their
wolves,
head.
while the right headlines explicitly mention it's because these wolves were killing livestock. Ground News basically forces you to break out of your echo chamber and see the whole story. In fact, there's even a blind spot feature to read up on any stories one side might not have covered. Like if you only read right, you might miss that Denmark's converting 15% of farmland into forests. They're also taxing farting.
You know what's crazy? That when you're reacting to a video, you feel obligated to let it rock. Like if I'm alone, brother, we're fast forwarding all day. But listen, bro, I'm stealing from him, so we gotta at least let this rock. You know what I mean?
And for Black Friday, they're offering
Adios, Bryson. Have a good one.
Subscription plan I'm using.
I love hippos. Hippos are vicious. I love hippos. Always have. Before Moodang. Shot the little pygmy hippos though. They're cool. Guys, go sign up to Ground News.
About otter attacks, and you might notice something. 723 was raised by people, fed by people, and ultimately got too comfortable with people.
Alright, so it is our schizo rant in the beginning.
And Maria Sela got jumped by an onslaught of otters in a park where people were likely already regularly feeding them. Now don't get me wrong, it's still a warmongering, waterproof Wolverine weaponizing the power of plurality. But it seems they don't really become a threat until they lose their fear of humans. You ever hear of human arrogance? Probably not, because I just made it up. Human arrogance is walking in a forest scared, whole time the forest is scared because you're in it walking. The whole they're more afraid of you than you are of them, that's real, and it's scientifically proven. Some other bears will purposely raise their kids closer to humans, knowing the best male bear repellent is proximity to people. Jacob and Tibu were two lions who made a
Interesting.
record-breaking 1 mile swim through
I mean, we do have guns, you know? That is pretty frightening. Mara says an AR-15 would solve the otter problem. Case in point, I don't condone shooting the otters, but I'd shoot a bear. I'd def shoot a bear if necessary. Human arrogance equals I choose the bear. So true, Seals. So true.
I actually talked about it in the last video.
Man, like, I know he's saying they're more scared of us than we are of them, but like, brother, listen, like, we're both scared. However, they're gonna murk me. I can't kill a bear. I can try to get all big and try to scare him off, but there's a decent chance it doesn't work. Man, it must be so terrifying. Hear me out. Most adult men think they could fight a bear and win. Rinzer says I'd win. I'm not most adult men. I am a woman, as we learned in the meme video. I have a birthmark on my wrist. GG's.
Didn't tell you is they both could have taken the much easier land bridge across, but that would have involved coming into contact with humans, and apparently they'd rather run the aquatic gauntlet in the dark than risk a run-in with a bipedal pale ape. But, you know, speaking of lions, it's scientifically proven that animals are more terrified of us than a literal 400-pound maned population control. In an experiment led by Professor Leanna Zanette, scientists planted hidden camera speakers near watering holes that would automatically get triggered every time an animal got close.
So everyone look above my head. Case in point. This is why human males are idiots. Look above. And case in point, women picking the bear are why human females are idiots. So basically what I'm saying is humans are stupid.
Basically, they'd be recording different animals' reactions to the sound of lions versus people speaking the local tongue. And with lions preferring to ambush prey near watering holes, you'd expect a growl to send any creature running for the hills. Instead, 95% of the animals recorded were more afraid of the sound.
So true, guys. Be like Macon. Stay inside. Just watch the animals on the little YouTube video screen. It's a vibe. We're safe over here, you know?
Humans than a stalking lion. Animals that include.
Listen, let me say this. You guys can't even fight a giraffe. A giraffe is gonna decapitate you with their neck. You're getting cooked.
Giraffes, impala, kudu, leopards, and even chronic lion Chutoy the hyena packed it up faster when they heard humans. The only animal that didn't was the literal biggest one alive with toenails. Even during dry season, animals typically evacuated 40% faster hearing humans compared to if it was a hypothetical predator. Because to a majority of animals, we are
He's just a scared little guy.
The experiment was to reveal that animals were more fearful of people just speaking.
Hold on, guys. Chat's getting beyond stupid right now. Tuxedo says, what's the most even animal matchup for a human? And Mario says, a kangaroo, probably. Listen, my name is NogginMovement. I've boxed before. Brother, if you try to box a kangaroo, you're done. You're murdered. What they're going to do is they're going to like grab you and they're going to kick a hole in your stomach, all right? They're going to kick a hole in your stomach. With that said, I have seen videos of like people, humans, like boxing kangaroos trying to save their dog, and that guy's peak. He's goated. So shout out him. But stay away from kangaroos. Do not fight them despite the imagery of them wearing boxing gloves. They're not going to punch you. They're going to kick you, all right? They're going to put a hole inside of you. Do not do it. Bro, trust a solid combo would cook them. Mario's not necessarily wrong because I have seen it. But listen, 9 times out of 10, you're in danger, okay? You guys know Roger, the jacked kangaroo? You don't want it. You do not want the smoke. Kangaroos are genuinely scary. What is actually the most even matchup, though? It's hard to... I can only think of animals we def beat and animals that def beat us, you know? A mid-tux. No, dude. No. Bare hands, you're not beating a mid-sized wolf. Choke him out, you're not gonna be able to. He's gonna wrangle loose, he's gonna bite you. It's GG's. All right. How real is... No, I was like gonna try to say a shark if you punch him in the nose, but I don't even trust that. Like, I don't believe that's true. A goat? Maybe it is a goat. I feel like you can kind of control them. Maybe I'm wrong. Like if you get like a hold on their horns, you can like kind of steer them. Yeah, all right, hear me out. This is gonna sound gruesome. I don't condone this. If you hold a goat's horns and you like repeatedly knee him in the face, you win, right? You win that. I used to fight our goats as a kid easy, to be honest. All right, so that's just not a fair fight. Punching a shark nose, not the best strat. You can grab and steer. Really? How many motivated house cats would it take to take you out? Damn. I don't want to think about that because I love house cats. You know what I mean? Like just one, bro. I'd fight back against one. When would I accept my fate? I feel like I want to almost say it would need to be an unimaginable amount. Like it need to be so many that I can't move. Because cats, like, they're skittish, bro. If I start fighting back, they're booking. You know what I mean? You gotta flip a shark and they fold. Is this true? I feel like you guys are gonna get me killed. Luckily, like, I'm not gonna be in the ocean with sharks. But, like, punch the gills, flip them, steer them. Chimp? Yeah, bro, a chimp. Never fight a chimp, ever. Listen, you tell me to fight anything, it's not a chimp. I do not want that. Give me a hippo before a chimp, because I want to die in one bite, okay? I don't want to be ripped to shreds. They're literally little balls of muscles and they have thumbs. We're cooked. But I don't think we have a consensus. Listen, we'll ask ChatGPT after this. We'll find out what is the most fair matchup for an average human. Monkey still on, mid-sized wolf, money. I guess. No, Tux. He's going to bite your throat, bro. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. Would you fight a pit bull, Tux? Would you fight a mid-sized pit bull?
sounds of literal gunshots and hunting dogs, meaning it's gotten to the point where people see the mere presence of a human more threatening than the sounds of someone actually getting put on a shirt. So
Man, look at that. Just leaving them alone.
Human, something is very wrong.
This is crazy.
Only has one outcome, and no one
is that like that's got to be a house pet, right? There's no shot. No one is this much of a Chad.
Showed that more than Freya. Freya was actually a walrus, famous for appearing in
walruses.
Norway, several hundred miles south of where you'd expect a giant Arctic blubber ball. She was the first walrus in the Netherlands in 23 years. Pictures would go viral of her lounging on it.
Look at her, dude.
Boats. And with her being friendly enough to approach people, the walrus would become a national and then international figure and was given her
amazing,
name. But you already
gorgeous,
nice
beautiful.
Freya didn't fear humans, and unfortunately the feeling was mutual, with crowds of people getting way too close to her, people trying to swim with
I really
her,
hope this doesn't have a sad ending.
and even at some point pelting stuff at her. Officials tried
I hate humans. Remember when I was telling you guys humans are stupid?
warning the public of, the health risks of playing with a 1,300-pound ship retiring tusk seal, but even after Freya literally chased a woman into water.
You guys want to take that stick and do the same thing to this guy, except like 800 times harder? Yeah, right?
Of course nobody listened. Officials were banking on Freya leaving on her own, but she didn't, and neither did her crowd. In fact,
look at her, she's just a roly fella, man.
2022, 4 government officials patrolled the marina with a rifle, and by sunrise, Freya was, Now the situation's a lot more complicated than I just made it sound, so I do recommend checking out Kay Passionate's video on the matter. She's a friend of the channel. She actually works with walruses, and I feel like she's a little more qualified than internet backwards.
07.
But if you're asking what I think,
07.
Man, look, I want to see both sides, and I kind of do. Airdropping an aquatic animal, especially one the weight of a buffalo, especially when tranquilizing isn't even an option, is a lot harder than you think. There's a good chance to stress with a flatline Freya anyway. It would only take her bumping into a child once to turn both into a hashtag. But if you're really asking me, I don't think euthanasia should have been on the table.
So true, King.
Like, worst comes to worst, hot take, if someone actively chooses to cozy up to a 1,000-pound half-evolved snow hippo and gets past tense in the process, you really can only charge it to Darwin.
Gotta agree with him.
Puppy thing gone too far, but I do not know when people decide.
Yeah, this was crazy. But hey, man.
Seals and sea lions seriously. It's basically a rebranded beach bear. It really is like we went back to 2016 and harambeed ourselves all over it.
Listen, bro, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You literally almost got your child killed for a photo. Hope it was worth it.
And for being named after a Norse goddess, Freya got done nasty for a walrus whose only crime was trusting people, and now all that's left of her is a statue named, fittingly,
bro,
sins. So,
these guys, you don't deserve to have the statue, respectfully.
Yeah, you probably couldn't tell, but the Freya stuff pissed me off, especially since I swear we're about to do it again. Neil is a southern elephant seal that went an adorable menace to the people of Hobart, Tasmania. Neil's lore is his mom likely
isn't like Tasmania remote enough to just let this rock?
Lost, and instead of having him on Macquarie Island with a colony of
his mom got lost and now we're gonna kill him? Brother, that's the saddest story on earth. They better not do this.
Seals. Instead, he spawned nearly 1,000 miles away on the Tasman Peninsula. 2 big problems. 1, this meant Neil would be hardwired to return to the same beach on Salem Bay, and 2, with a distinct lack of other...
Bro, look at the nostril flare on this lad.
This meant Neil would be hardwired to return to the same beach on Salem Bay, and 2, with a distinct lack of other seals, Neil would interact with anything that moved, including people, dogs, and even cars.
Look at him.
Neil had absolutely zero fear of people. One woman even had to call out of work after Neil fell asleep in front of her car and literally sealed her in her own house. And with southern elephant seals maxing
he's just looking out for her.
Long and over 8,000 pounds. It's one of those things that's going to be real cute until it isn't. And like clockwork,
Seal says he lives in Australia, I believe. And since Seal is a seal, I trust what he's saying about this seal. And like, listen, bro, Australia has enough like extremely dangerous animals. What's one more who's like kind of cute and cuddly?
There's already reports of children harassing Neil, as well as people violating his space for selfies.
All right, so why don't we simply feed the children that are harassing Neil to Neil?
It's gotten to the point where
why do we gotta kill Neil? He's just chilling. He didn't do nothing.
Begging the public to leave him alone, to not post him or share his whereabouts, basically gatekeeping the seal.
Look at him, bro. He's flopping. He's literally just flopping around, being a chill little guy.
Might be on me. I literally talked about Neil earlier this year in a video with millions of views putting his name out. Now there's a chance Neil gets loved to death by the same people he trusted. So yeah, losing the fear of people could be a death sentence for an animal, but for some species, it got them erased. The Caribbean monk seal went extinct in the 50s after being hunted into oblivion.
Damn, dude. Are seals just like too chill and vibey and trusting?
Lack of fear and curiosity towards people. Columbus even noted how weirdly chill they were, and for that,
classic
they got
gift.
slaughtered. The dodo is a plus-size pigeon in the past that also got decimated by sailors, because evolving on an island with no predators meant they had no concept of self-defense.
So that's what happened to the dodos?
They were cooked. The gray auk, which isn't a penguin, also famously had no fear of humans, and after going from 6
Oh
mil-
yeah, did you know? I'm not sure if this is the original penguin. I think it is actually. I think this is the original penguin, and then the penguins we have today are not penguins, but they looked like these dudes. So they just call them penguins.
in numbers to nothing in about 300 something years, yeah, we gave them every reason to. There was even an account of 2 ships murking 1,000 auks.
1,000?
And believe it or not,
Half
it's
an
still
hour. But why, brother? Just fun? Like hanging with the boys? Murdering ox with the boys?
happening. The harpy eagle is a popular target for poachers since they'll often just sit on a perch and let them approach. Also, being big enough to be confused for a fursona means some people will just shoot it out of curiosity. So yeah, animals need to be afraid of humans. But what can you do about that? Well, quick pop quiz. You're being stared down by a coyote. Should you A,
Oh, wait, hold on. Tux, hear me out. A coyote. You could probably take a coyote better than you can take a medium-sized wolf.
make yourself look bigger, B, spray him with water,
Oh,
C,
damn.
cause an absolute scene.
Oh, man. Is it C? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't have training for this. I'm in the Northeast. I've never seen a coyote in my life. I assume it's C, though. Like, be erratic, scare him away.
Or D, put the fear of God in Wiley.
Oh, I thought D was C. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to change it to D.
Well, if you picked any one of these, you're wrong. It's actually E. Yes, you see, in college, hazing is something that gets fraternities shut down. In the wild, hazing is scaring an animal enough to factory reset its behavior and make it want to avoid anything human.
So isn't that good?
Obviously, there are exceptions, like if the coyote's hurt, sick, or with kids, then you want to fall back because they might just call your bluff. It's not to hurt them, quite the opposite.
Yeah,
They
see,
can't-
that's why I'm scared to, like, run up on a bear and act all big. He's gonna call my bluff, bro. I'm getting clawed to death. It's not gonna be a good time. Then again, I guess I don't have another choice, right?
Prejudice towards people is the nicest thing you could do for them, because when you feed a wild animal, you're almost certainly marking them for death, and sometimes it's not just theirs. Okay, let's do this one last time. Baboons in Cape Town have gotten bold enough to mug women and children, break into houses, and even
Dude.
commit carjackings.
Bro.
And the
What do you even do if a baboon breaks into your house? Like, it's his house now. Just open the door. Listen, get your animals, lock them in a room. Make sure you lock the door because this dude's going to open the door. Hold it tight and pray he leaves because you're cooked. It's GG's, exactly. It's his house now. People make those jokes like when you see a spider, like, oh, I guess it's the spider's house now. Nah, dude. If a baboon walks into your house, it's actually over.
most likely reason was tourists kept feeding baboons until not only they became habituated with people, after associating humans with food, they started demanding it. And like with
Oh my God. Hold on.
with people, after associating
Dude, that's crazy. I assume this is like a tourist trail? So this is to be expected, maybe? I don't think she expected her, whatever this is called, to get ransacked, but hey, man, new clothes for the boys.
humans with food, they started demanding
Yeah,
it.
next death battle, otters versus baboons. Listen, the baboons are winning, all right? I hate to break it to everyone. The baboons are winning. You don't want to mess with monkeys. You ever seen like a shaved primate of any type? They are beyond jacked, dude. It is scary.
And like with 841, this is the other side of
Like,
forgetting
forget
the
their
fear of
jaws.
humans.
Ju-
Baboons
like,
might
just
not even be the
them.
worst
You don't want
offenders.
the smoke.
Macaques in India have been living alongside humans for centuries, and not only do they get the benefit of easy food, the monkeys are also revered in Hinduism. But then you had the same issue of expectations leading to
Oh,
aggression.
damn. So you're forced. I probably shouldn't pause on his
Except the
butthole.
monkeys took it a step further. These monkeys
So you're like kind of forced to be nice to him, huh? Because it's your religion. I guess you could try ignoring them, but it's rough.
are master pickpockets that are smart enough to recognize items of value, snatch them, and then use them as
Recognize
ransom. Negotiating
items of
is the only
value?
way you get your stuff
They know to steal the phones, but they wouldn't steal like a garbage piece of paper. That's crazy if true.
back. The smartest ones will even give your stuff back one at a time just to maximize profit. But you know, brute force.
Yeah,
works
we
too.
learned about this in one of the zookeeper videos we watched. It's the art of the deal, man. The monkeys know. You have something. I steal your something. Now you give me something I want in return, and I will return your item to you. Gotta respect it.
In 2007, the mayor of Delhi was attacked by a group of
Have you seen the video of that guy squaring up to the baboon? No. No, I have not. Maybe we watched at the end of this. I don't think it ended well for him.
monkeys and pushed off his terrorist to his death. Ironically, the only
Hold
thing
on.
the macaques are
What? Wait a sec.
In 2007, the mayor of Delhi was attacked by a group of monkeys and pushed off his terrorist to his death.
Oh my god. That's crazy lore.
Ironically, the only thing the macaques are afraid of is an even bigger monkey called a langur, and since owning them as
Yo,
pets
they
is
look pretty cool, dude.
illegal, yep, your eyes are correct. Delhi
Bro, is this real? I take it back. Is this
called a
real?
langur, and since owning them as pets is illegal, yep.
No. This is a human, right? I'm about to leave, bro. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm out. This is... I'm just gonna hit play. This has to be cosplay. There's no way. That is so terrifying.
Delhi's parliament actually
But like this, oh, okay. Is this all right? It's like the China fiasco where they dress up the human like the monkey. Okay, all right. You weren't gonna see me ever again. This was the end of the line for me. I had enough.
Men to cosplay as giant marauding monkeys to scare the real monkeys straight. So yeah, I'll die
That's
on the
pretty
hill that
funny.
feeding wild animals is killing them softly, and I would know, because I did it once. When I was 10, I started feeding squirrels at a local park, and there was one in particular that really appreciated it.
Yo, speaking of feeding squirrels, I'm sure this is gonna be a very sad story. So I'm gonna tell you like maybe a happy story because I don't know the end of it. So I live in New York, and there's just a bunch of squirrels hanging around, you know. And in the park, I was just walking, minding my own business. I looked up. What did I see? Brother, I saw a squirrel eating a full slice of pizza. It was folded and everything. I don't know where he stole it from, but he got a slice of pizza. He climbed up in his tree and he ate it. It was beautiful. Shout out that squirrel. I hope he didn't die. Like, you know, shorter than normal.
Point where he'd come up to me, even when I was empty-handed. I either named him Tyler or Tyrone. I genuinely don't remember. Well, one day Ty just would not stop following me, no matter where or how far I went. This rodent panhandler was on me like a homing pigeon. It was to the point where he was following me all the way home, and I wasn't allowed to have pets, and I damn sure wasn't allowed to bring pretty privileged rats home.
Oh my, dude, actually, you know what this just reminded me of? I was too like young to remember it fully. I remember it happening, but like I don't remember this squirrel. My sister, this happened to her, and she did bring the squirrel into the house. And like it lived there for a minute. I don't remember how it ends. I do not want to ask my parents how it ended. I don't want to go ask Mom and Nog, brother. It's better if I don't know, probably. But there was a squirrel living in the house. Let it be known.
I took a nut, launched it, it bounced off a reservoir. I live next to a reservoir, by the way. It landed in the street, my guy Ty followed, and as you can guess, the story ended with one less squirrel. I was not okay.
Mario, they do that in the south, brother, not the north. We were safe from that, I assure you.
And don't worry, I get my karma later in life when I got jumped by a pack of squirrels in the middle of New York for half a peanut butter sandwich. And yes, every word of that was true.
See,
like,
the squirrels in New York are different. They're used to pizzas.
Idiot, I fed
No,
one.
honestly though, memes aside, I feel like the squirrels I come across are actually pretty chill. I didn't know that squirrels were kind of vicious until like later on in life. Because every squirrel I ever met was just kind of vibing. Maybe that's because they don't have fear of humans though, so they were just chilling.
1 turned to 2, 2 became 6, 6 spawned 12, and that is unironically the most I've ever been afraid of 12. So what's the moral here? What can be killed with hate can also be smothered by love, that animals are best appreciated from a distance, that the CIA created weapons
Just watch the videos, man.
Nah. How about leave these
and
seals
don't trust the government. Watch the videos, don't trust the government.
the fuck alone. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Drink water, hug your mother, touch grass, call your
So
brother.
true.
If something happens to me,
So
I'ma
true.
really show y'all a crash out. And I'ma see y'all in the next one.
Another W video. Wait, what's this? Saving her from the otter? W dad. You're welcome for watching. All right, there it is, man. Another W video from Casual Geographic. Why the hell am I not subbed? This dude's the GOAT. I love him. I love his videos. Hug your mother, like he said. Head pats to everyone. If you enjoyed, please like the video. Helps out the channel a lot. Shout out otters. I didn't know they were on Demon Time. And, you know, rip to the walruses. I mean seals. They're both tubby.